Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're opening a snow cone machine. So there's two different colors. I can either get pink or blue. This one you will need something to cure it with. I have a UV light that I'm loving. I'll have it linked below. But let's see what color I have. I don't personally have a color preference because the snow cones in this series are not unique. We've done both flavors or colors before, but it looks like we did get the pink one. I like the concept of, you know, crushing the ice and grinding and all that, but we've done both flavors before, even with the exact same cups or like holders, same exact colors. So I wish they would have at least did like a different color, maybe done like, I don't know, green or something different besides blue and red. But here are the bases. Maybe that's a little bit darker yellow than before, but it does come with the spoons that look like little shovels, a stand to put them in, the scooper. This empty container is what they tell you to mix it in. I'm going to use something disposable so I could keep that container. And then we have the ice, the resin, and the scooper. So this will be interesting to see how it actually crushes. Blue raz. All right, so let's clean up and look at the instructions. Here are the instructions. You add the ice. Looks like you turn it a certain way to lock it, and then you're going to turn the handle to grind it. It says 1 to 3 times, spins, I guess, until it's all out. And then it'll put it at the bottom tray. You scoop it into this container, add resin and form it, which is the most difficult part. I'm going to try to do it this time, but in the past I've had to put on gloves and form it, which is why I don't like the snow cones. But remember the first time I did it, I didn't even have gloves on. I just did it with my bare hands, which you aren't supposed to do. Okay, so it is crunchy looking, like big chunky ice. So I'm put pretty much in there. Possibly overfilled it, not sure. So these go in to, okay, those parts go in there. You turn it to lock it in place like that, so it's not going to move on you. And then, do I go the other way? Oh yeah, that does not grind very well. Maybe I put too much in it. I feel like I'm going to break it if I force it. So let's try to turn it back, open it, and just remove some of that. I think I put way too much in. And I'm pretty sure we don't want any at the top like that. Should be better, I think. We will find out in just a moment. Better, but it still feels a little sketchy. I feel like a kid may not be able to do this that well, but I appreciate that you get to grind up the ice. It does make it a little bit finer, but there's still some chunks in there. I feel like I'm grinding salt. This is definitely taking a while. I had to take this off and kind of, ooh, that's moving. I don't know that that should be. But I've had to move the ice a little bit, and see, it just fell through. Some of the bigger pieces did. I wasn't able to get it to turn more than about 1/4 of a turn without it getting stuck and having to have more force to push it through. But if you're getting these because you just want the appliance for your miniature setup, I think it's super cute, but as far as the execution, Not so much on this one. Why is this not going back on? Somehow some of the little rocks got underneath the wheel. And so when I tried to take the top off and readjust it, it wouldn't go back on because it's sticking up. So now there's lots of chunks, big chunks down here. Okay, now that's fixed. So let's go ahead and put just a little bit more in there. I don't know how much more we'll need, but I'll snap this back on and continue grinding. So we might have kind of chunky snow cones. This is what it's currently looking like. A lot of the chunky stuff went in there, but then there's like fine pieces underneath. I don't know, maybe that'll be easier to form, not sure. I am using a disposable cup though. That might be enough for both of them, I'm not quite sure, but let's add some of the resin to that, and I'm going to mix it with a toothpick. I think this time I will put the spoons inside because I didn't do that previously. So I'm going to at least make them look different than the other snow cones that I have. Does not feel like there's much resin in here though, so I'll start mixing. Yeah, this might be enough to do 2 of them. Definitely want it more blue though, so let's see what else is in here. I need to get some silicone little bowls or things about this size that I can reuse, because then you could just cure it and then clean it out really easily. I can reuse this one, but it'll be a little difficult. But I have so many of these cups, these medicine cups around the house from the kids. So I'm using one of those. And then it can be cured and kind of cleaned out and recycled. This is not very vibrant. I was hoping it was going to be super blue. It also doesn't feel like there's too much left in there. So I will keep this bottle upside down for a while, see if I get anything else out of it. Okay, I'm nervous for this part. So I have one in here. And I'm gonna try just with a little bit so it fills in the bottom piece first. Because you can see through them, you have to be able to see through them for it to cure at the very bottom. So start with a little bit, try to pack it in there like that. Again, still not very blue though. I might just do one at a time. I'm gonna continue, just take globs of it. This is actually working out a lot better than it did previously for me, but maybe I should not speak too soon. We'll go ahead and stick that in there while I'm building it. Kind of form it around there. I might cure it like this and then add more to the top and kind of build it, because I feel like it's gonna kind of run. So let's cure that. Okay, I zapped that, and so far that looks pretty good. Obviously it's not built up that well, but we're gonna do that here in a moment. I'm gonna try to do the same to this one before we move on. That way I can see how much snow cone stuff I have left. Which isn't entirely too big of a deal because I do have a lot of ice left. But I want to make them even. I could always, well no, I guess I can't really mix up anymore because I don't have any more resin. I may have leftover blue raz in my stash, but so far have not been able to get hardly any more out of the resin that came with it. Was not very full. Let's cure that. I'm gonna try to add a small little layer on top to kind of build it up a little bit. It does kind of have like a melted vibe going. I've never done it like this, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to see like the lines of where the two meet, for lack of a better word. But I gotta hurry up and run and put this in there before it settles too much. I feel like I'm starting to regret all the mean things I've said about snow cones. I haven't had to touch them and they're turning out pretty good. So maybe it's just a me issue. Again, still have some more left. So we're gonna do one more dollop. And then I'll show you the final product. Here is the final product. I think they turned out pretty good. And I regret and take back everything I said about how much I dislike the snow coats. But like I said, we have done this color in the same base before, and for the other color, which was like, what is it, red and blue? Blue and red, something like that. So it would have been cool to have like grape or some other color variation, but yeah, cute idea. I love the machine, the grinding of it, even though it could have been a little bit easier, but hey, it's still really cute. If you want to see me make the cotton candy or the ice cream, make sure to go check out my channel and follow me on Facebook for all things Miniverse. Bye guys!